Will Pokemon Scarlet and Violet look even better on the Switch 2? Well, it seems like. So recently there was an update on the Nintendo Switch 2 website that listed a bunch of the games on the Nintendo Switch 1 that will be getting updates on June 5th. That will affect how they run on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, a lot of these are kind of minor things, a good amount of them focusing on the new feature Game Chat, or even the mouse controls, but for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the information that is listed says, Visuals, optimized for the Nintendo Switch 2 display and high-resolution TVs for improved image quality. Frame rate improved for smoother movement on Nintendo Switch 2. Now, we had kind of assumed that this might be the case, so overall it doesn't seem like it's going to be a huge thing, but hopefully just minor improvements to visuals and frame rate will help the game run even better on Switch 2. I don't want to necessarily say that this is totally a case of blaming the Switch 1 for Scarlet and Violet not always looking or working the best, but just having a promise makes it sound interesting. There were also some screenshots released that seem to show Scarlet and Violet running on the Switch 2, and just from the look of these, yeah, they do look a little higher quality, though it is a little odd to some things like the Pokemon specifically, and obviously these are only images so we can only tell the quality and not necessarily the frame rate, but even then, like I said, the visuals don't look amazing. I'm not like a big visuals guy, or at least I don't know a lot about it, but it almost looks like it's being weirdly upscaled. I'm not entirely sure. The screenshots look better in some sense, but not necessarily the best in others. I think the big deciding factor is going to be actually playing the game and seeing the gameplay for yourself. And when I get my Switch 2, I am interested to see how it performs, because honestly I think the visuals are okay, the performance is what I most want improved, and even then I don't know how much that's going to happen, because sure, if the general frame rate is improved, but the overall functionality of the game still lags in the same spots, I don't know, especially because this is just an update and not necessarily a Switch 2 edition like we're seeing with Legends EA, where the footage of the gameplay looks definitively different on Switch 2 than it does Switch 1. So when it comes to the Scarlet and Violet update coming out next month, I would say not to get your hopes up, but highly encourage being curious and looking at things for yourself before making major decisions. Hopefully when I get my Switch 2, I'll be recording gameplay and posting it very soon, so maybe that'll help with deciding once we actually see it playing. But let me know what you think in the comments below, and if you're excited to see Pokemon's future on the new console.